Welcome to Crash Star Gaming, and welcome to my first live commentary playthrough. We're playing Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy HD Edition. Reason why we're on the screen is because my save data has a little bit of spoilers in it, but there it is on the screen. It's right there. Heads up, this is not a 100% run. This is going to be pretty much just a straight shoot to the final boss. If I can get all the artifacts, which doesn't seem likely, but I'll try.
I have spent
cool.
My life
If
searching
not, no
for
big
the
deal.
answers that my father
So let's
and
kick it
my
off.
fathers failed to find. Who were the precursors? Why did they create the vast monoliths that litter our planet? How did they harness eco, the life energy of the world? What was their purpose? And why did they vanish?
None of these questions are answered, but if you found some form of answer in them, you were obviously very disappointed.
But the rocks do not recall. Even the rocks do not recall.
And they're super old.
Every bone in my body tells me that the answers rest on the shoulders of a young boy.
Well, we're fucked.
Oblivious to his destiny, uninterested in the search for truth, and rejecting of my guidance. And why would he want to listen to old Samus the Sage anyway?
Teeth! Teeth are messed up. Fix your teeth.
One of the wisest men on the planet. So it seems the answer begins not with careful research or sensible thinking.
Jak does not talk much, but he
As
certainly
with many
does
of fate's mysteries,
make more than a few facial
a small act
changes.
of disobedience.
I guess.
Hey, Jak, old green stuff told us not to come here.
Why do you think that is? Look! Bones! Big bones! Spooky, scary island! Why would you be here? It's not safe. Well, fuck. Antagonists! Look at that sick-ass Metal Gear hand. They're not even paying attention. Look at them. Damn.
Deal harshly with anybody who strays from the village.
Evil has
We will
good
attack.
benefits, but not a good dental plan. Then again, neither do the side of justice. What was that noise? Meanwhile, all Jak is thinking about is growing a goatee, thinking,
What are we doing
yeah,
here anyway,
that'll
Jak?
make me look
This
cool.
place gives me the creeps.
Fucking klutz.
Huh? Oh, stupid precursor junk. Eek! What is that dark ooze? It sure don't look friendly.
Gee, why don't you jump in and find out why it doesn't look
Sage
very
yaps on
friendly?
about the precursors that built this place all the time. Where did they go? Why did they build this crud? Now I like precursor orbs and power cells as much as the next guy. But if you ask me, they must have been real losers. Wow!
See
How
what I
did you
mean?
do
Look at
that?
those look at those logs tipping off.
I think we're in trouble!
Main focus of the plot in 3, 2, 1, and now. And dead. Throw it back in, for God's sake.
That stung. I told you we shouldn't have come here, and you listened. What?
Seriously. Look at his face. Well, at least his teeth are better now.
Okay, okay. I'm fine. I'm fine.
And no dick. Every single guard was alerted by that.
What in green tarnation do you two want?
I was.
Don't tell
I'd like to
me.
think Jak was actually going to say
Instead of heeding
something.
My wisdom, the two of you went mucking around at the only place that I told you not to go. Misty
Told
Island.
them not to.
And then-
You sit-
And Daxter, you finally took
Like-
a much-needed bath, but in a
Plant
bathtub
is never
filled
explained.
with dark
Need
ego.
explanation.
Look, old man, are you gonna keep yapping, or are you gonna help me out of this mess?
I'm gonna keep yapping, because in my professional opinion, the change is an improvement. And besides,
He's not wrong.
I couldn't help you if I wanted to.
What?
There's only one
Seriously,
person
dude.
who has studied Donkey
Close
Kong
your
long enough to have a
fucking
chance
mouth.
at returning you to your previous form. Carl Acheron, the Sage.
Totally not
He
evil.
lives far to the north. Far, far to the north. Nobody has spoken to him in ages. I would teleport you there, but I can't do that either. None of the 3 sages that maintain the other teleporter gates have seen fit to turn their ends on
Lazy
for quite
jackasses.
a while. The only other way north is by foot through the Fire Canyon, but its volcanic soil is hot enough to melt precursor metal. You can't just walk
So
through
game
it.
over.
But you could fly
Hello.
over it if you had a zoomer equipped with a heat shield. I just happened to be working on such a thing at this very moment.
She got the Disney
All I would need
eyes.
is 20 power cells to give it enough energy to withstand the canyon's heat.
Not even
Isn't that
given
right, Daddy?
the slightest
Yes,
resemblance
Kira,
of a fuck.
that might work. But where are a boy and a half
Thank you.
going to get 20 power cells?
From the villagers. Most of them have a power cell or 2 stashed away somewhere. And even if they aren't willing to just give them away, greasing their palms with a few precursor orbs should do the
Can't we
trick.
just punch him in the
And I bet
face?
there are even more of them out in the wilds, just waiting for some brave adventurer to find.
Well, we've got the brave adventurer at least.
Brave adventurer! You two couldn't find your way out of the village without training. Before you do anything else, you better go through the warp gate and get some
Time for some
practice on Geyser Rock.
Banjo-Kazooie
We
tutorial
won't find any
bullshit.
more of that dark gooey eco stuff, will we? Cause I'd hate to fall in again and turn into
You turn into something worse, Daxter.
Before I turn you
Play
both
Jak and
into
Daxter the Lost
flames.
Frontier for more context. Or just punch yourself in the face repeatedly. Same difference. Tutorial! Let's see if I can turn off the game hints. Maybe that'll speed things up. Off. There we go. If I do this... This is really fun, just making Jak do this. Yeah! There you go. Let's get moving. So, I think in a Game Grumps episode, JonTron mentioned that this game is kind of like a shittier knockoff version of Banjo-Kazooie, which I don't think is fair. Oh, cool. Which I don't think is fair because, you know, this game has its own merits, you know? Sure, there's a lot of collecting, but the rest of the games in the series don't really do that. Oh yeah, since I turned the game hints off, I'm not being stopped every 5 seconds. But apparently this stops me. Anyway, basically, precursor orbs are those little egg things. You pick up enough of those, then you can trade them for a power cell, which you're about to get. Which we already got, actually. You get 7 of these, you get a power cell. These are scout flies. So yeah, back to the Banjo-Kazooie. Besides the whole collectathon thing, there's a lot of key differences between this and Banjo-Kazooie. For one, like, wow, it's actually going faster than previously. For one, in those games like Mario 64 and Banjo-Kazooie, you're a pretty well-established hero. And you have to just save the girl, basically. It's a common thread of the story. In this one, there is no really saving the girl. Most of the female characters in this game are pretty self-sufficient. That door opens with blue eco, which that vent will give us full gauge of. But like I was saying, this one is strictly, you fucked up, you didn't listen to the wise sage, and then you got your friend turned into this Oxel, which is an otter-weasel hybrid, which I don't think is a real thing, and I'm pretty sure Naughty Dog back in the day just liked making up hybrid animals. So, anyway. Yeah. Another thing that Blue Eco does, it makes you move faster, it activates stuff, and it basically makes you a magnet. Moving on. And yeah, this game was... This was a really good game. It still holds up pretty well, at least I think so. Green Eco healed you, by the way. It still holds up pretty well. Obviously, it's not as... I like the sequels a little bit better, because it lets you... It gives you more options for vehicles, more options for travel. It's not as focused on collecting stuff as it is just focused on the plot. But, yeah, this is a... I like this game, so... And it stands on its own merits. Not just as kind of like a Banjo-Kazooie, but for the PS2, but more as a game for itself. So now we're done with the tutorial stage, which was Geyser Rock. We got all 4 of them. Pretty simple. Now we look at this warp gate. We can go to the Green Sage's hut. The Green Sage's hut. The Green Sage's hut. Or maybe the Green Sage's hut. I don't know. I kind of like this one a lot. And cool guy. Yeah. Fucking idiot.
Good training,
Seriously.
boys, but that's
Like,
nothing compared to the
I know
challenges
Jack
I
talks
have.
in the future games, but right now he's just mugging
We got the
constantly.
moves, eh, Jack? We'd love to stay in chat, Big Green, but we're
And something
itching
is
to get on with our
very
adventures.
wrong with Daxter's face.
Fine.
His teeth got fixed, but it just
Away, then.
it moves like it
And while
shouldn't.
you're out
It
adventuring,
faces don't work that
Why
way.
don't you make yourself useful? My darn green eco collectors are clogged up again. Head out to the far
How do
side
those
of
things
the
get
and
clogged
pick
up with
them
rocks of the exact same size and the exact same shape?
Right there. No. All of
Why is
you,
that plant never fucking explained?
out of here!
It seems like Naughty Dog kind of had a thing at one point. By the way, he's invincible. Had a thing for kind of going against the standard conventions. Like Crash Bandicoot, Crash was an idiot. That's how his adventure got started. Jak and Daxter are both kind of just assholes who did what they weren't supposed to. Anyway, hot pants.
Hey, baby. What do you say you and I go cruising on this A-Grav Zoomer?
Rule number 1, I don't date animals.
Someone in the series will.
You don't know what you're missing.
Thank you, Jack. I love how
Listen,
nobody gives
if you
Daxter
need
the time of
something to keep
day.
you busy, my father always talked about an ancient precursor pipeline hidden deep underground. Some of these pipes end in vents from which
So
eco
Kira's
flows
character
freely,
is
and some have been
steampunk
capped off so
engineer
that the
with
eco is
goggles
sealed
who
back.
who
There
wears
must be a
suspenders
way
like
to turn the
that,
capped vents on.
and yet
I
he's gonna
traced
build a
part of the
hover
pipeline
bike for
back to the
you.
Forbidden Temple. Maybe you should look
Dude,
there
get
for
on
some type
that.
of switch.
Like, now. Marry that shit. That's a girl you can bring home to your non-existent parents. Moving on. Gotta get some power cells. Wow, look at this freaking colorful place. This looks good in HD. And I know it's an old PS. I mean, obviously the textures are kind of a little wonky. But, so yeah, big old lurker shark. Took a bite out of that. Textures are a little wonky here and there, but overall I think it holds up pretty well, especially the HD version. It looks really nice, really polished. So yeah, there's some of these scout fly things hanging around the village. Let's go talk to this fucking businessman after we rob his... Look at that fucking businessman.
Don't tell me that you two
Look at
are
that
wrong.
mustache.
Well, the first I hear
That's just a
monster
fucking
sightings in the
businessman.
village. Now this. See those here from there, boys. See them?
Business.
See how they're not moving? That means our village has no power. The eco beam coming from the jungle temple has been interrupted. And boys, everyone's too frightened to go out and find out what's happened.
Did you pay the bill?
So why don't you go do it, you fucking businessman?
You're funny. Now look, if you two fix
Why doesn't
the
anybody
eco
besides
beam,
Jack and Daxter
I'll
do
give you
anything
power
for
cell.
anybody?
Oh, and another thing, if by any chance you're interested in making a contribution to my re-election campaign, I might be willing to part with yet another power cell. Minimum
Who's
contribution
campaigning
is,
against this
a
guy?
very modest 90 precursor orbs.
I could probably think of a few people, but none come to mind at the moment. Except for this cool guy who brings into question a lot of shit in the series. Listen very carefully, people.
Well,
Look at that mustache.
Hello there, my dear.
Slash mutton chops
You caught
combo.
me at a most inopportune moment. I was to set off on my journeys yesterday, but I seem to be a spot short on the old precursor orbs. I would have pledged my word that I had 90 of them, but I gather that your young friend, you know, the little annoying, miserably ugly one, might have just pilfered them as a sort of a spot of fun. Anyway, would you be kind enough to loan your dear old uncle?
Okay,
90
you heard that,
precursor
right?
orbs?
He said
So we can
uncle,
get underway.
as
I
in
would offer you a power cell and
brother of your mother and or father. That raises so many more questions on top of the questions that you might already have from playing the future games in the series. Like, if you come back from Jak 2 or Jak 3, you're gonna have even more questions after playing this. It just really, really boggles the mind. Boggles it, I say! Moving on. There's an easy power cell right over here. Okay, not this. That's just another scout fly. But we're working on it. Okay. It is right over here. So what we want to do is stick these things in the face. Stick these yak cows, which are, again, another Naughty Dog, not real thing. Just keep doing that. Basically, the guy over there who you get this mission from is asleep, but he'll tell you about the exact same thing I'm doing right now. So let's just go ahead and cut to the chase. How does Daxter not fall off of Jak whenever he does this? I'm curious about this question. Go, and one more. Almost done. It's animal abuse, but they don't seem to mind too much. Yeah. Kick it a few more times. And there you go.
Ah, well done, my boy. You actually got
Wow,
those
you
two
actually
lads
did
back
something
into
that I
the
didn't
cave.
tell you
Now
about.
Sleep in peace. Take this power cell for your trouble.
So yeah, I think we're up to about 5 power cells now. Daxter's still doing this. Alright, so that is 5% of the game done. Let's go on to Sentinel Beach. Right after I do this. That must feel amazing, just having like precursor orbs or treasure just fall on your head. Let's go talk to this freaky ass bird lady to get another mission. Face! Tiny mouth!
Sick little bird.
You don't look so good yourself, lady.
Oh, sorry.
Daxter, face, fix it. Please.
No, yesterday I saw some terribly vicious creatures capture a mother flat near the beach. Now there's this poor little orphan egg sitting in a nest at the top of the cliff, and I can't get to it. If you could climb up there and push it off, I've
Guess how we get it off.
the beach to catch it safely.
Can you take a wild guess of how subtly Jak and Daxter managed to get an egg off a precariously high ledge? I'm gonna let you go ahead and think about it for a few minutes while we run over there. Ow. Damn it. Okay. So Blue Eco, besides, I think I might have already mentioned this, but it makes you run faster. It breaks open boxes immediately without you having to punch them or anything. It gets pretty much every single thing you can touch instantly, too. Much like a magnet. And it also activates a lot of certain key eco-power friendly items. I probably didn't mention this already, but Jak has a few techniques, has a few attacks. What's back here? Nothing. Has a few attacks to work with. There's the regular long punch such as this, which covers a pretty good distance. There's your standard kick, your jump kick, which kicks a lot more, your uppercut, and I think that's about it. No, and the dive attack. Right. So just that. Not very handy, but still pretty cool, and it gets you down pretty quick. Okay. These boxes are the only real reason
Are you
use
near
it.
the egg yet?
And the bird lady will not stop yapping at you until you do. Until you take care of the egg. Speaking of birds. That's not great. I noticed while I'm... Okay, I'm going to turn the game hints back on because that's kind of... Well... Yeah, I probably should. Otherwise you don't hear Daxter or anybody else talking that much. Basically, Daxter's idea is, go punch that bird. So, yeah, surprisingly, despite the fact that he's been turned into a completely different species, Daxter's just kind of okay with being this now. Yeah, just kick it. Just kick the animal in the face.
Quick! We have to get to the power cell before the pelican scoops it up again.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to have that much trouble adjusting back to his new body, which is interesting. You'd think he'd be a little more distressed than just the one time, and yet he's just dancing. Honestly, I think it's not that bad. It's a big deal.
Enough orbs to trade for a power
His teeth were
cell.
pretty fucked up.
Let's get back
Now he
and
gets
make
to
the
sit on a
switch
nice
already.
little perch. And I think Jack is kind of hoping that would happen because he's got the one little cauldron where Daxter just sits. Or stands. And just rests on his fucking troll-ass doll hair. So apparently Jack has the fucking touch of death. I.e., anything he touches just vaporizes. Like, you think Nathan Drake is a force to be reckoned with? Just destroying mercenaries with like hundreds of guns never falling. Or Joel is sick and disturbing with just maiming people, setting them on fire, and shooting them in the face point blank, or just choking somebody out. No, none of them have anything compared to this. The friggin' Infinity Gauntlet punch. Who harnesses the power of the elements for a pointless platform. Well, not pointless. Sorry. For like platform. Anyway, I'm being gentle with this egg.
Good
And
job.
crack.
Now meet me down here by the egg.
And whatever innocent life was in there is dead now. This isn't helping.
Oh my.
And Daxter's just smug as all can be.
Okay. Here's a power cell for your valor.
Oh god, what fresh hell is this? Please eat Daxter.
No!
Look, isn't that cute? It thinks you're a
Aw, it wants to eat you, you
See any
alive.
feathers here?
Look at its stupid
That is good
face.
sight. Listen, boys. I'll take this little chick back to the village with me and work with the sage to take care
We'll
of
see him again later on. I think in not this area, but the area that comes after this. That's basically the Yoshi of our game, people. So keep that in mind.
All right, treasure.
Alright. You got what else we got? Got the pelican. Got the- Okay, now I know what I love. I love doing the little cannonball thing. If I could do that, that'd be exclusively how I'd move around. I'd just move. I would just spin dash like that in midair. That'd be fun. Get really dizzy though. And there you go. Yeah, is that getting old yet? I hope not, because he's gonna keep doing it.
Well, I see that you two have finally decided to unblock my collectors.
How
I'm
good
going
for
over
you.
My congratulations, but you have so much to do, I won't waste your time. By the way,
Almost there.
if things don't work out, Daxter could always get a job controlling the village rat problem.
Samos is such a dick, but he's a dick to Daxter, so that's okay. Here's the only use. Here's the
Punch those poles out from below.
here's the real use for the uppercut. Besides, kind of looking cool. It doesn't really do much. At least I don't really recall it doing much against actual enemies. It's just kind of just key for puzzling, I suppose. Got enough precursor orbs for a switch to get a power cell, by the way, but we're gonna hold off on that just a little bit. Almost there. No, another. There's one. There's a power cell right there. Yeah, these are kind of just gimmies. But it's the first stage, so it's cool. Freaking timeless ass dance move. We're actually 10% done. This game is gonna go by quick. Pretty sure I saw a speed run of this that went about an hour or so. An hour and a half, I think. I don't think I'll be able to go nearly that fast, but I would. Because I'm already about 30 minutes, so I'm only 10% done. But we are making progress. Slowly but surely. So let's be dicks to birds.
Seagulls. Let's buzz them for kicks.
No, Maverick. You do not have permission to buzz the tower. Jack just punches and kicks stuff, barefoot, mind you, in the face. Okay, he's got little wraps on his feet, but that doesn't really count. Come on. There you go. How this works, I will never know. And we've destroyed a very priceless part of history. Because, you know.
Wow! They caused an avalanche. Let's check it out.
So lurkers are not that big a deal. Yeah. Then again, nothing is compared to the touch of death. We have... Let's see, we got... So that one wasn't too hard. That was kind of obvious. There we go. That's 11. We still got... We need to get about 2 more scout flies, and we need... something else. Oh, I know what it is. Yeah, we need to go to that tower that keeps shooting cannonballs. Not little hazy on how that works. It's been a while since I played this game. Actually, fun fact, the last time I played this game was when Diabetes started his Mario Galaxy 2 LP, which is very good. He's very proficient at it, he's very funny. A little pun heavy, but, you know, I like it. That's all the scout flies. Daxter's still doing that annoying ass dance of his. And we're gonna...
Alright! You found all the scout flies in this area.
Thanks, Daxter. Alright. We're gonna try getting to that tower. Yeah, how do we... Okay. We need to
Yeah,
get...
so we got a precursor launcher here, but you aren't powered up with the blue stuff. So it ain't gonna help us.
Alright, so we need blue eco. Let's see if I can find. I don't think there's really much of an oxygen gauge in this game, so feel free to just go nuts and dive. If I don't find how to get the blue eco, if I don't find it quicker, if I don't find it too quickly, sorry, tongue-tied. If I don't find the blue eco that fast, I will edit out all this unnecessary footage and I will get to the point where I have it. Okay, so apparently I'm an idiot. Apparently you can't use the blue eco until you do a certain something else in another stage in the Forbidden Jungle area. So, yeah, sorry about that. But I did manage to get enough power precursor orbs. I get those two mixed up so many times. I got enough precursor orbs to get 2 power cells, so after that we'll get those and that should call it a video. So let's go ahead and run over there. First, we will go talk to fucking businessman.
So, you want to make a contribution? Good. A sizable one, I hope.
How do you jump? You're
It is a
fucking
sizable
fat.
contribution.
Fucking
I
businessman.
just hope this power cell adequately represents my gratitude.
Yeah! Alright. And we will give the other ones to our fucking plot questionable uncle.
I see you two are back to make the trade. Good, good, jolly good. Hey, you have the precursor orbs that we agreed on? I hope you put
Oh
this
my.
hard-earned power cell to good use. Cheerio, ta-ta, bye-bye.
Other British sayings. Other gentlemanly sayings. Yes. Alright. So that brings us up to a grand total of 14 power cells and 13% done. So yeah, that'll do it for this episode. Thanks for watching my first live commentary episode. See you next time, where we will tackle the Forbidden Jungle. All right, see you later.